Inside Kai Madison Trump's billionaire life, the untold story of the Trump heiress. She's young, powerful by blood, and heir to one of the most controversial and influential families in modern American history. From private jets to high society events, Kai Madison Trump is living a life most could never imagine. As the first granddaughter of Donald Trump, she's not just growing up in wealth, she's being groomed for legacy. This is the untold story of Kai Madison Trump, an heiress in the making, and the quiet symbol of the Trump dynasty's future. In the shadow of the Trump empire lies a name you rarely hear but one you should never ignore: Kai Madison Trump. The eldest granddaughter of Donald Trump Jr., Kai is growing up not just in privilege, but in a world few can comprehend. Born into wealth, fame, politics, and controversy, Kai is living a life where legacy meets luxury, and the spotlight is only getting brighter. This is the story of Kai Madison Trump, the next generation Trump heiress, and the billionaire life she's destined to inherit. Kai Madison Trump was born on May 12, 2007, into the Trump dynasty, just as her family was rising to new heights in both business and politics. Her father, Donald Trump Jr., is the eldest son of Donald J. Trump and Ivana Trump, making Kai the firstborn of the next generation. Her childhood has been anything but ordinary. Raised between New York's most elite zip codes, Kai has had early access to the kind of lifestyle most people only glimpse in tabloids. Private schools, designer wardrobes, and luxury holidays are the norm, not the exception. As the granddaughter of the US president and one of America's most controversial billionaires, Kai isn't just a child growing up in privilege. She's part of a family empire built on real estate, branding, media, and political influence. Her grandfather Donald Trump has a net worth estimated between $2 billion and $3 billion, though numbers vary. And that fortune is spread across properties like Trump Tower, Mar-a-Lago, golf courses around the world, and licensing deals that touch every corner of the globe. Kai is growing up in this world, not just as a spectator, but as an heir apparent. Kai attends elite private schools in New York City, where tuition often exceeds $50,000 a year. These institutions are known for educating the children of CEOs, celebrities, and world leaders. With such an environment, she's not only receiving a world-class education but also building lifelong networks with the children of other elite families. She has also been involved in various sports and school activities, often cheered on by her father and extended family at events. Her presence, though still under the radar, is gradually growing, especially as she transitions from childhood into her teenage years. Her parents, Donald Trump Jr. and his ex-wife Vanessa Trump, have tried to keep her somewhat shielded from media scrutiny. But being a Trump means the spotlight is never far away. Kai's life is filled with all the hallmarks of billionaire royalty: private jet travel via the Trump family's fleet, vacations at Trump resorts from Florida to Scotland, designer fashion from a young age, think Gucci, Balenciaga, and Dior, access to private events like galas, golf tournaments, and political rallies, a social life that includes exclusive parties attended by the children of celebrities, politicians, and financiers. While much of her life is kept off social media, the glimpses we do get reveal a girl growing up in a bubble of wealth, status, and influence. She's frequently seen at Trump family gatherings, dressed impeccably and always under the protective eyes of her security detail. Kai is the eldest of 5 children in the Donald Trump Jr. and Vanessa Trump family tree. As such, she's not only the first Trump granddaughter but possibly a future torchbearer for the brand. Many speculate she could one day step into a public-facing role, perhaps in business, media, or even politics. Growing up with a father deeply involved in conservative political circles and a grandfather who was the 45th President of the United States means that Kai is exposed to power, influence, and negotiation from a very early age. With a surname like Trump, the doors to Wall Street, Hollywood, and Capitol Hill are wide open, should she choose to walk through them. The Trump family legacy is complicated, but undeniably powerful. And for someone like Kai, that legacy is both a gift and a burden. On one hand, she has access to an extraordinary life, financial security, elite education, and global opportunities. On the other hand, she must carry a name that polarizes public opinion and invites constant scrutiny. The Trump brand spans real estate, fashion, politics, and global media. It's not unreasonable to imagine Kai becoming a face of the brand's next chapter. Whether she'll embrace that legacy or chart her own course remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: she's already part of one of the most influential family dynasties in American history. While Kai Madison Trump is still relatively private, she occasionally appears on her family's social media pages. These rare glimpses show a young woman growing into her own, surrounded by wealth but grounded by family traditions. Photos of birthday parties, golf outings, and formal dinners reveal a lifestyle that's both aspirational and controlled. The Trump family is strategic about what they share, and Kai's image is carefully curated to reflect class, elegance, and legacy. As she grows older, her online presence is expected to expand, and with it, the world will get a closer look at the next generation of the Trump empire. Kai's personal net worth isn't publicly known, she's still a minor. However, considering her place in the Trump bloodline, her potential inheritance is staggering. Experts estimate that Donald Trump's fortune, combined with real estate holdings, trust funds, and brand royalties, could mean that Kai is in line for tens if not hundreds of millions of dollars. She is likely already a beneficiary of family trusts and investments managed privately through high-level financial advisors. If the Trump family wealth continues to grow, or is transferred across generations tax efficiently, Kai could one day be one of the richest young women in America. So what's next for Kai Madison Trump? She may follow in the footsteps of her aunt, Ivanka Trump, a woman who evolved from socialite and fashion mogul to senior advisor in the White House. Ivanka's transition from the boardroom to the political arena showed the world that the Trump women are more than just heirs to fortune. They are carefully positioned for power. If Kai Madison Trump chooses a similar path, the foundation has already been laid: elite education, a famous name, family connections across finance and politics, and early immersion in environments where influence is currency. But Kai may choose to break away from the mold entirely. As Gen Z and Gen Alpha reshape what it means to be successful, Kai could take her legacy into uncharted territory, perhaps launching a fashion line, founding a tech startup, or stepping into the world of philanthropy and global advocacy. With her access to both capital and attention, she could become a voice for causes like education, mental health, or women's empowerment, using her platform to create meaningful change. What's certain is that Kai is growing up surrounded by power, privilege, and strategic preparation. The Trump family has a history of grooming its next generation for prominence, whether in business, politics, or public life. And while she may still be young, Kai Madison Trump is already emerging as a quiet but unmistakable symbol of the Trump dynasty's future, poised, polished, and possibly destined for global influence. From the golden halls of Trump Tower in Manhattan to the sun-soaked greens of Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Kai Madison Trump is growing up as a modern American heiress, one born into a world of extreme wealth, legacy, and expectation. Her days are shaped by luxury most only dream of: private jets, designer fashion, elite schooling, and access to some of the most exclusive circles in the world. But beyond the material opulence lies something more powerful: a billion-dollar surname that opens doors but also casts long shadows. As the first granddaughter in the Trump dynasty, she's not just observing history, she's part of its continuation. Whether she steps into the limelight or chooses a path of quiet influence, one thing is certain: Kai Madison Trump isn't just another wealthy teenager. She is a Trump, and her future is billionaire-sized. In a world where wealth meets politics, and legacy defines destiny, Kai Madison Trump stands at the edge of something far bigger than herself. Raised in power, shaped by privilege, and backed by a billion-dollar name, her next move could shape the Trump legacy for a new generation. If you found this glimpse into the life of a modern heiress fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. The future of America's elite is already unfolding, and we'll be here to tell the story.